WLTX breaking news now.
Good afternoon. I'm Christy Calcagno. We do have some breaking news right now here on WLTX Plus as a news conference is about to take place involving a shooting that happened earlier today over in northeast Richland County. Sheriff Leon Lott will be discussing the latest on that deadly shooting that left an 18-year-old dead. All of this happening in the Summit neighborhood in Richland County. Let's go ahead and take you live there to that press conference.
Sheriff Department, put your gun down!
Next body cam you're going to see is from Deputy Carroll. You see if they get close to the house.
There he is. Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Show your hands! Yeah, first. Shots fired at police. Shots fired at police. Zayd, you good? I can't get over there. Come over here. Get over here. Yeah, here. Hey, we got bricks right here. A lot of. Sam, you good? Yeah, we're good. Are you? Yeah. Keep cover. We need all available units. All right, come with you. Come with you. I'm on you. Everyone you fucking got. We'll just shut at our license. 1078, all available units. We got multiple shooters. If Death Sergeant's up on my body cam and Zayd's, it is directly across the power line, that house. Zayd, is that you? We gotta get to Sammy. Go ahead, I got you. Go ahead. They are pushing our position. We need all available units now. Rip it, rip it. You make Tom? Hi, cover me. Get up. I'm coming. All right, let's move. Sammy, you still good? Hey, they were last pushing around this right side of this house.
All right. That is not Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran, anywhere. This is the Summit here in Richland County, a highly populated community. And as you heard, multiple times our deputies were fired on. I think I heard at least 5 separate instances. We're going to play this again. And The first video of Ramirez, what was important about that, she identified them as with the sheriff's department. So there was no doubt who they were. And if you'll see the muzzle flashes of them shooting multiple times. And I mean multiple times with a probably assault rifle and probably some handguns. But they also, as the deputies were getting out of the kill zone, you'll also see that they were still shooting at them. They were trying to flank them. They'd left where they originally shot at them, and then they were trying to flank, which means get around the deputies, cut them off, and come to a blind side. So most of what you're looking at is initially is our deputies getting out of that kill zone. Heard them talk about this is bricks, trying to find somewhere where they could get cover that would protect them, which was a brick wall, anything would hard. So this is what happened this morning in Richland County. Not some soldiers out here in a war. This is your deputies out here in a war, and this is what they're facing. So we're going to play it one more time.
Let's do your hand.
Shit! Oh, shit! Sheriff Department! Put your gun down!
There he is. Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
That's a rifle. That's muzzle flashes.
Show me your hands! Yeah, first. Shots fired at police. Shots fired at police. Zane, you good? I can't get over there.
More shooting.
Come over here. Get over here. Yeah, here.
He's yelling at his dog. More shooting.
Head back. Head back. Hey, we got bricks right here.
Bricks.
A lot of them. Sam, you good?
Checking on each other. Two of them are
Yeah, we're
together,
good.
one separated.
Yeah. Keep cover. We need all available units.
More shooting. That's them shooting at us.
All right, come with you. Come with you. Come on, you. Everyone you fucking got. We just shot at our license. 1078, all available units. We got multiple shooters. If Death Sergeant's up on my body cam and Zaid's, it is directly across the power line, that house.
More shooting. More.
Zaid, is that you? We gotta get this Sammy. Go ahead, I got you. Go ahead. They are pushing our position. We need all available units now.
More shooting.
Rip it, rip it.
Trying to get the dog over a fence.
You may throw him? All right, cover me. Come on. I'm coming. How's better? Sammy, you still good? Hey, they were last pushing around this right side of this house.
All right. Next, you're going to see a timeline. Around 12:17, we got a call of a house that was being shot at. Our deputies responded to that. So they're in the area dealing with that shooting. And then almost 2 hours later, we get another house that's been shot at. Completely separate, all in the same community, all in the Summit area. These three officers here respond to it along with other officers. One of them, two of them are canine, but they only pulled one dog out. Canine specialist Abdullah and his dog Jet start tracking from the house where the second house had been shot. They're on a track, so they're following it. For about 20 minutes, they follow it. And as you saw in the video, they end up coming to behind the house. As they put the flashlight on, there's a group standing behind the house. They identify themselves, and that is when the gunfire starts. And you heard how many times we were shot at, how many bullets. And I will tell you that one of the three that were involved in it this morning said only by the grace of God they're not dead. And that is true. They were trying to kill them. You heard how many shots. They're shooting in a neighborhood too. So not only are they shooting our deputies, everybody who lives there is being subjected to the shooting. So as reinforcements get there, we start controlling the scene. We find an individual that's in a car that somebody had driven in him distance there. We try to help him out. He is dead. He dies on the scene. And we secure the area. At this point, we've got one person that we're interviewing and have another one that don't believe is involved in the shooting, but probably afterwards we're interviewing him at this time also. I just stand up here and shake my head. This is what we've got going on, particularly with young people in our community. I think the coroner's already identified the person that died at the scene. I believe he's 18 years old. I've said this so many times, and I will say it again. Guns are going to get you in one of two places, either in prison or in the cemetery. I am not going to call the person dead a victim. It's probably going to be a suspect in the shootings. There was a mask, full-face mask that was in his pocket. I don't think most people walk around with something like that. So this is a very active investigation. This is a big puzzle, and we're putting the pieces in the puzzle. Our three officers did return fire at some point, but not compared to what they were being subjected to. I think the next slide we're going to show, this is behind one of the houses that was shot at. Every one of those red circles, that's a bullet that went into that home. How people in these houses did not get killed, I don't have a clue. We're just lucky. More. This house had nothing to do, if you want to call the first house a target that they were shooting at. This house is just a neighbor's house. Didn't have nothing to do with it. This is what they were subjected to, the danger that they had. Next slide. This is where our deputies first encountered them. That's shell casings. That is the bullets have been fired at those deputies, and that's the shell casings. That's just in that one location. As you heard from their body cams, the shooters were moving. That's something you're taught in the military. You move and shoot. You move and shoot. That way, the person that you're trying to get at doesn't know where you're at. You're able to flank them. You're able to get behind them. You're able to surprise them. That's what these shooters were doing. We could have up to 10 people that was involved in these two shootings. At this point, we don't know exactly what happened. We figured just as right now, something we're looking at, shooting at this house leaves, goes shoots at this house, it's retaliation back and forth. And then our deputies run into some of the shooters behind this house, and that's what we have. So it is a very active investigation. We will be in the summit for quite some time. We have at least 4 different crime scenes that we're processing. A lot of people have Ring door cameras. We would ask that you would check your Ring door cameras for the times that we put up there. And if you have anything on that Ring door camera, we need to get it and help. We do have some video at this time, and that's helping us out getting people identified. But this is a very active investigation. These are the 3 officers that were involved. You see the length of time that they've been here. Ramirez and Abdullah are your canine officers, and Carol's a region deputy that works that area. So, questions?
Sheriff, any clue on what instigated the first shooting, like why the deputies were called out to begin with, or what?
A shooting into a house. This is something that we just see too often, drive-by shootings. It's just what initiates something like that could be the stupidest thing in the world, and that's usually what we see. So we don't have any idea. Again, this is a very active investigation, so we have a lot of pieces we got to put in this puzzle, but we will put every piece in that puzzle, and we'll get the full picture. All right, thank y'all.
Wrapping up there, that press conference with Sheriff Leon Lott about a deadly shooting that happened early this morning in the Summit neighborhood over in the Fox Run area. All of this happening in northeast Richland County. Now, again, the coroner's office did identify the person that has died as 18-year-old Quamori Deaver. Now, we have heard, according to Sheriff Leon Lott, it started off with different shootings, possibly what Sheriff Lott said, a possible drive-by shooting into a home, and then another one, again, Sheriff Leon Lott saying that it could possibly be a retaliation. And then that's when deputies were then called to that scene up to multiple different houses in that Summit neighborhood. And then that's when Sheriff Leon Lott says when deputies arrived and you saw those 2 body cameras, that's when they were confronted with a couple of people who were behind the house, and that's when the shooting began. Now, Sheriff Leon Lott, during that body camera going off, the first thing he said, quote, "This is not Iraq, that is the Summit," saying that deputies were fired on multiple times. Again, Sheriff Lott showing that body camera again, breaking down how the deputy then identified themselves before the shootings. You can also hear one of the deputies saying that shots were fired at police. And then Sheriff Leon Lott saying every time there was a shooting, you keep hearing him say more shooting during that time. He also broke down a little bit of a timeline for us. Against the first shooting happening at a home was around 12:17 this morning, and then the other house was around 1:51 this morning. But again, all of that happening in the same area of the Summit neighborhood in northeast Richland County. Now, they did say that 3 officers were involved, including one of the canines were involved in this. And then also Sheriff Lott saying that they were trying to kill them. That's what Sheriff Leon Lott said. He also said that 2 people are right now being interviewed. 1 person is dead, as we just mentioned, the 18-year-old. Now, this is one thing that we are hearing from Sheriff Leon Lott, as he is not calling the 18-year-old a victim. However, he is calling the 18-year-old Mr. Deaver as a suspect in the shooting, as Sheriff Lott says that there was a face mask that was found in the 18-year-old's pocket at the time of the shooting. He also wanted to mention that nobody inside any of these houses was killed. And he also reiterated that guns are going to get you in one of 2 places, either in prison or in the cemetery. Again, we are hearing that there are about 4 different crime scenes in that Summit neighborhood. Richland County deputies will be in their area and perusing that area and gathering more evidence and putting up those markers. Now, he did ask that if you live in and around that area and you have a Ring doorbell camera, to please send it over to the Richland County Sheriff's Department, as they are still continuing to gather much more of those details there. Again, this is all still a very big developing story, as they're still trying to figure out exactly what led up to that shooting. But again, this is still very developing, as they are going to be in and around that Summit area for at least the next several hours, according to Sheriff Leon Lott. But again, if you live in and around this area and you have Ring doorbell camera at around 12:17 or 1:51 this morning, and your Ring doorbell camera may have caught something, the Sheriff's Office is saying that you just ask to go ahead and send that over. Again, just wrapping up that press conference that happened about this shooting earlier in the morning today. We have learned as well that an 18-year-old has been killed. But again, Sheriff Leon Lott not calling him a victim, but calling him a suspect in this shooting, saying that a face mask was found in his pocket. Now, again, we are going to continue to follow this both on air and online at WLTX Plus and WLTX.com. Thank you all so much for joining us here for this breaking news update. And again, be sure to follow us as we keep you informed.